So you need to adjust your caloric requirements, your macronutrients. You're not gaining weight when you want to gain weight. You're not losing weight when you want to start losing some more weight. You came to the right place. And what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Caffeine Conversations. I am your host, Coach Scott McLeod, certified personal trainer. And for those of you that don't know Caffeine Conversations, this point and shoot style video, more of the podcast style, if you will, this is an interactive series. So please leave your comments down below. Let me know what you would like me to talk about next. What topics are you curious about? There are no bad questions, and I'm happy to make a video for each and every one of you. Anyways, adjusting your caloric requirements, your macronutrient requirements. First and foremost, it is important to note that I do have a few videos on this channel. There's a long form and a short form macros 101, something along those lines. I actually will link those in the description box below, so please be sure to check those out. I go over how I calculate and adjust really my own macronutrients, but specifically in this caffeine conversation, I'm going to be getting to the point of some adjustments need to be made. How are we going to make those changes? So go check out the other videos if you want to know how you can start calculating your own calories, your own macros. You can get a sense of some general and basic nutritional concepts that are really going to go a long way to helping you reach your goals. I do want you to start getting into the habit of weighing yourself every single day. Under the same circumstances, on the exact same scale, with no clothes on or minimal clothes on, whatever floats your boat. On an empty stomach is what I recommend. I just do it first thing in the morning with minimal clothes on the same scale, and I track that in the notes on my phone. I put the date, I put my body weight. Then at the end of the week, I take the average of my daily weigh-ins. So I add up all the weigh-ins that I got for that week. Maybe I wasn't perfect. Maybe I was traveling and I didn't travel with my body weight scale, and I only got 4 weights that week. That's okay. 4 is definitely better than 1. Data in the aggregate is much less volatile and a much better representation of our true body weight, since daily fluctuations can occur. I just made a video on that. Go check that one out as well. So in the example that I just gave, maybe I only got 4 weigh-ins this week. I add up those 4. I divide by the number of weigh-ins, so 4, and that'll be the number that I work with for that week. So in the aggregate and on average, are you trending upward or are you trending downward? Again, daily fluctuations can occur for a number of reasons. I just made a video on that. Go check that out. If your goal is to trend further upward and you're stationary, you're stagnant, then an adjustment needs to be made. You will need to increase your calories. Now, if you're hitting a plateau, you're not losing weight, that's because you're not in an energy deficit, you're not in a calorie deficit. In the aggregate, are you hitting this plateau? Not just going off daily fluctuations. In the aggregate and on average, are you hitting a plateau? And do you want to continue to trend downward? Then an adjustment needs to be made. You need to reduce your calories. It's always calories in versus calories out. So if you want to gain more weight, add some calories. If you want to lose weight, subtract some calories. Now, what I personally do is I start really small and slow. You don't want to be doing anything drastic. You don't want to be going off the rails, forcing yourself to do something that's extreme, because that certainly is not sustainable. Typically, my protein remains relatively stable. I eat my body weight in protein, actually just a little bit more if I'm being honest. My fat remains relatively similar. I do make some adjustments there depending on if I'm prepping for a show and I really got to get diced up, or if I'm just doing a mini cut for the summer, letting some of those shreds pop through, you know the deal. Or if I'm in a gaining phase and I'm main gaining or trying to slightly add some additional calories in to get myself to a comfortable body fat percentage. Maybe I'm reversing out of a shred or I'm reversing post show and I want to get back to a comfortable percentage where I'm not just so food focused and starving all the time and experiencing some of those negative side effects of being in a calorie deficit for a long period of time and getting shredded for a show. If we remember from my previous videos, there are 9 calories per gram of fat. So I do make some adjustments there. That's a good way to add or subtract calories. And then I do also make some adjustments with my carbohydrates. Me personally, my protein remains the same because I eat in a manner that optimizes and maximizes muscle protein synthesis. I start with my protein. I make sure I hit my protein, build that muscle, promote muscle protein synthesis, promote anabolism, build some muscle tissue, keep that protein high, eat your body weight in protein or more, and adjust your other macronutrients, carbs or fats, basically depending on dietary preference. It really doesn't matter all too much though for the exercising individual. For those pushing hard in the gym, your carbohydrates are going to be an excellent source of energy to fuel and power those hard workouts. So I also keep my carbs really high. I don't play around with those too much, though it is an area that can be adjusted. And then I like to make some adjustments to my fat as well. So that's just what I do. That is what has helped me, and that is what I do to maximize and optimize muscle protein synthesis. But make sure you're weighing yourself in the aggregate and on average, and not just jumping the gun based on daily fluctuations. If you're not gaining weight, you need to eat more. If you're not losing weight, you need to eat less. Calories in versus calories out. End of story. If you enjoyed this video, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. As always, one video a week every Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern time. All right, see ya.